Multiple imputation. Multiple imputation is a statistical technique used to replace missing data values with multiple plausible values. It involves creating multiple versions of the dataset, each with different imputed values, and then analyze each version separately to obtain multiple estimate of the desired parameters. So this is the general working. Multiple imputation involves three steps: imputing, analysis, and pooling. So in the imputation step, multiple versions of datasets are created. Wherever the null values are there, it will be imputed or replaced with the values, and a different version will be created. In analysis, each version of the dataset is analyzed separately with standard statistical methods. In pooling, the results from each version are combined to obtain a single estimate of desired parameters. Applications. Multiple imputation is widely used in various fields, including medicine, social science, and economics, mainly in data mining applications in machine learning. So the advantages being handles missing data, provides uncertainty estimation because of the different versions which can be prepared, and it is flexible. Disadvantages is computational intensity, since you are creating different version, and what if it is a large data set? So it will be computationally intensive and requires expertise in statistical modeling and programming. So one of the multiple imputation methods we'll be seeing today is MICE. So what does MICE stand for? Multiple imputation by chained equations. Is a specific multiple imputation method that uses series of chained equations to impute missing data. It is a Markov chain Monte Carlo method. Okay, and that is iteratively updates the imputed values using a set of conditional distributions. So these are the working steps. First, initializing, specification of the imputation model, imputation, posterior draw, update, repeat, and analysis. So repeating again 3 to 5 or multiple times in general to replace the missing values. Advantages: the flexibility and robustness and easy to implement. Disadvantages: it is computationally intensive, requires expertise, and sensitive to model specification. So we will be seeing about the practical part of the MICE. So in simple words, the MICE, what does it do? So let's say I have a missing value. It will replace the values with the different observations or values. And it creates different versions of it. In each version, it will be replaced with a different value. So which is the best fit? We can do the pooling of all the results. So let's see that particular step. So first, implementing MICE with iterative imputer from sklearn. So import the iterative imputer and enable it. So the first step is from sklearn.experimental, import the enable iterative imputer. Since it is in experimental stage, you need to enable the iterative imputer. And after you have imported enable iterative imputer, from sklearn.impute, import iterative imputer. And initialize this iterative imputer. So imputer is equal to iterative imputer, random state 100, any figure can be given, and you're telling maximum iter is 10. So you can find the data in this get page. So first thing, data frame is equals to pt.read_csv. This is the file. Churn modeling CSV. So this is the overview of the data. So here, let's take only numerical features for training. Okay, and it is up to the individual. Like if you want to take the both, it is fine. So here I'm using numerical features for training. df train is equals to location, all the rows, columns, only balance, age, and etc. Only these three columns I'm taking. So in the age column, you can observe null value. Balance column also you can observe null value. So using this imputer, I'll fit my df underscore train in the imputer. And df underscore imputed, using imputer, I'm transforming this df underscore train. First I've fitted it, then now transforming it or predicting the missing values. So df imputed is what here I have mentioned. Here, if nothing is mentioned, means the starting from wherever it starts from the 0th index till to the 10th. Now, replace with imputed values. df location, here you can see same thing. All the rows, columns, only these three columns will be taken. I'm storing this in a variable called df underscore imputed. So since in this particular step you have transformed it, now when you try to see the values here in the particular balance, it has been filled. So it has filled with different versions and then it has pooled and it has given you the figure. And in age as well, there is no null values. So in age and balance, it is clear that the null values have been replaced using mice technique. Thank you for watching the video. Let's connect back with another topic.